If you have that feeling of the wrist moving in the right directions and you just get that timing right, that's what the speed, or that's where the speed really comes from. What's cracking, Jump Nation family? It's your boy here, Rishi, yes, aka the Jump Rope Coach. Welcome back to the home of jump rope fitness and lifestyle people. Got another killer, fire even, jump rope tutorial for you guys. We've been teaching you really the perfect kind of wrist movements, in my opinion, of course. But if you want to learn anyway, the Rush Athletics movements, right? It's all in the wrists, okay? It's all in the wrists. We try and remove the arms, and I'm going to teach you how I really do that. So this is really for the beginners out there. I know the kind of like OG subscribers, the guys who are intermediates and advanced, already kind of have this technique down. But I've mentioned on previous videos how to really effectively spin the rope with your wrists. But today I'm going to be showing you, I guess, one of my key moves that really involves a lot of wrist work. So it's a behind the back kind of side swing. And I'm going to take you through the move, but I'm going to teach you really how my wrists work and how it kind of combines with other moves. So if that sounds fun, make sure you drop this video a big thumbs up somewhere here. Subscribe if you're not already. Join us with the hottest fitness community growing across the world today. We're backed up by the #1 speed ropes on the planet. This is the Rush Athletic Speed Rope, also known as the money rope. Go grab it, got links down below, people. So let's get straight into this video, right? First things first, let me come back to the camera actually. You're not here, okay? Hopefully you're not here. You're watching this video, and if you are here, we'll get you fixed in a minute. But we want you to kind of feel like, again, another little tip that I always mention, you feel like you're in a box, right? Maybe like a picture frame around your body. Your elbows are back. And all that's really moving this rope now is really your forearm, especially if you're using a speed rope, all right? If you're using a heavy rope, it changes a little bit. If you're using something like our legacy rope, it will change. But you're using a speed rope, we want to take away the rotator cuffs and the biceps out of how you move this speed rope. And that's going to help you get, obviously, the speed rope working as it should, get you the speed, get you the revolution kind of velocity that you need to get moves done correctly. But in today's video, we're not going to talk too much about speed, okay? I'm just going to talk to you really about wrist movements and how you can train it and what I feel when I'm doing my movements so that you guys can kind of put that into practice. So we're going to get you in a little bit closer. Before we do that though, we're just going to show you like a simple move or a simple combo where I feel like my wrists are really kind of activated. So one is really kind of like the southpaw swings like this. Another one is like a kind of side swing cross. Here, another one is kind of like the behind the back, like that, and maybe kind of like a behind the back with a kind of like, yeah, EB jump and all this kind of stuff, right? But don't get too technical with it. I'm gonna get you in now with the camera, and I'm gonna share with you really the feels that I have. So when you're doing any kind of move, right, something that's not kind of like double unders or double under crosses, which require a lot of body movement, a lot of kind of like, yeah, velocity, speed, lots of kind of arm work. I want you to kind of focus really, when you're doing your skipping, take it in kind of step by step. I want you to kind of focus in as if your wrists can only really move like this direction, all right? So for example, when you're doing something like a side swing, you want to feel like the wrists are kind of just moving in this direction, right? And you don't want to kind of feel like your arms are moving with the rope. It's more of a flick, all right? It's more of like a flick. If you're doing kind of regular skipping, right? So there's no side swings, there's no kind of tricks involved right now. If you're just here, I want you, again, I've done these videos before, but I kind of want you to feel like your wrist move more in this direction. So two things, all right? So when you're kind of doing kind of side swings and some of these moves that I'm going to share with you, your wrists move here. And if you're doing normal, regular skipping, your wrists kind of move like this. So we want to get away from skipping like here to more like here. That's the kind of feeling that you want. So I'm going to do some basic skipping. You're going to have some close-ups, and we might put this in slow motion just so you can see this for now. All right. So hopefully you should see it. I've got my thumbs on the handle, and I'm just feeling that motion, right? Now, when it comes to doing tricks and side swings, feel like your wrists do this, right? And that's gonna help you now. If I come back to the main camera, it's gonna give you these really nice, sharp looking side swings when you mix when you mix it with the kind of regular skipping motion, and then when you're doing side swings, that's how your wrist should move. It shouldn't move like this with your arms, and it shouldn't move like this with the side swings, which is what a lot of beginners do, which is move a lot of their arms. When they come to doing side swing crosses, a lot of arms like this for beginners, whereas with me, we get those arcs a lot tighter, and we feel like the wrists are really nice and kind of loose, as it were. Don't engage too much bicep. Now, I'm gonna get you in one more time, just share with you that behind the back and some of the moves and things that I'm thinking about my wrists. But when it comes to doing something like the behind the back, all right, guys, remember, you wanna feel like you're still in this box. You wanna feel like your arms don't move away from your body, so it doesn't look like this. You wanna really feel like the arms, when you come to doing it, and the wrists, they work in tandem, but all you're feeling is like these kind of motions. You wanna really feel like, I always talk about skipping being kind of like an art form. You kind of wanna feel like you've got this kind of paintbrush. You've got this kind of wand or paintbrush, and you just kind of flowing the rope around you. Making shapes with the ropes is one of the most difficult things that beginners find, because they're used to kind of using a lot more body force, arms, shoulders, like I keep mentioning, and they're not used to timing the rope or making loops with their wrists. So for this move, for example, we're gonna basically do a side swing. It's gonna come behind our back, and we're gonna basically do a side swing like that. So it's like here, like that. Now, if I turn this way to do this move now, you're gonna just focus on my backhand, all right? You're gonna see how the backhand works. So when it comes to doing the backhand work, you're gonna see that it's just a kind of rotation of the wrist itself and not the arm. So here we go, here. So hopefully they see that. How's that look, Nathan?
Good.
Good? Can they see that backhand wrist, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. So it's like here. Right, so hopefully you should see that wrist just moving like this, right? Then when it comes to doing like moves, like where you have to jump underneath the rope, for example, or over the rope even. So it's kind of like here and like that. So it's the same principles, that you want to feel loose grip here and rotation around the wrist, okay? Just remove the hands, move the arms even, sorry. Remove a lot of the kind of biceps and shoulders, and you're gonna be fine. So wrapping up this video, people, like, just remember, when you come to making combinations now, if you have that feeling of the wrists moving in the right directions, and you just get that timing right, that's what the speed, or that's where the speed really comes from. Because if you hear the rope now, that little swoosh is not coming from my arms, it's coming from that flick, okay? So hopefully that kind of makes sense. Don't want it to go too long, but it's a bit of a technical video. Give it a go, guys. Focus more on that. Get your wrist loose, get your grip loose. We've got loads more tutorials on grip and rotation techniques, so go check that out. Otherwise, drop me a comment, drop me a like. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Let me know what you want to see going forward. I'll get it done for you as always. So without further ado, take care of yourself. Let's get the treadmill. Stay safe. Peace.
Was the knight in shining armor in your movie? Would put your lips on mine and love the aftertaste now.